Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. Today we're going to do another shipping ethics video because I really enjoyed my last one and I thought it was a really interesting topic and there was lots of really interesting comments in there. So today we're going to do another one of those, and this week we're going to be talking about whether we should ship real life people. Oh yeah, we're going there. Okay, so this is quite a big, quite a complicated, difficult topic to kind of grapple with. So basically what I'm going to do is try and divide the shipping part of that question into three different categories or three different levels of ship, because I think there's different levels of how extreme you can ship something, and I think how extreme you ship that thing influences my kind of answer to this question. So those different categories that I'm going to talk about is, first category being shipping someone either with one of their friends or with their already real life romantic partner, and doing this on a sort of casual level. Maybe you talk about it, maybe you acknowledge it, maybe you think to yourself, okay, that would be a cute relationship for them to have. The second level that I'm kind of going to be talking about is exactly the same situation where you ship someone with their friend or with their real life romantic partner, but then you make fan art or fan edits or fan videos or fan fiction about those people. And then the third level underneath that, exactly the same as the previous category, oh my god, I can't say that word. Just the same as the previous category, except for that fan fiction or that fan art is explicit in some way. And I'd just like to point out, and I'd just like to make clear that this is just my opinion. So if you do have a different opinion to me, that's perfectly fine. And if you want to talk about it in the comments, I'd love to do so. That would be great. I would also like to emphasize that very specifically here, I'm talking about shipping real life people, not shipping real life characters. If you've been on my channel or you know me in any small way and capacity, you'll know that I'm very pro shipping a lot of things. Characters are just characters, they're fictional, and people should stop being so precious over whether someone's shipping the right thing or not, or whether shipping is right or not. It's fine, they're fictional, you're not gonna hurt them. Whereas this is something different. Okay, so just making that clear, okay? So first of all, I'm gonna talk about shipping someone, i.e. shipping someone with their friend or shipping someone with their already established real life, a romantic partner, in a sort of casual way. So maybe you talk about it with other people, maybe it's something that you've acknowledged before, maybe it's something that you just in your head, you're like, okay, that's cool, it would be cool if they got together, or indeed, are they really cute in a relationship? Now, I think this kind of level of shipping, I would propose is a very normal human thing to do. I don't think this is exclusive in fandom spaces, this sort of shipping. If you look in any major magazine, you'll see people shipping people and celebrities together, and even though they don't obviously call it shipping, it's exactly the same thing. As long as you have good intentions and you're wishing well on someone and you want someone to be happy from this relationship, I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with that. But with all of this, you have to remember that your opinions are not asked or wanted necessarily. Definitely not. So with that sort of casual level of shipping, I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but also not your relationship. So, just be respectful. And so now onto those second categories, i.e. the ones where you're making fan art or fan fiction or fan edits of two real life people, which may or may not be explicit. Now this is a little bit more difficult because what you're essentially doing is taking someone else's likeness for your own art in whatever form that may be, without explicit consent from that person. So consent is something that you need in all situations, but it is good practice to have someone's consent before you involve them publicly in anything. For example, if you've taken a photograph of someone, or if you filmed someone, or indeed if you're writing fan fiction about that person, you need their consent to post that online as well. You could make the argument that, oh, we know that's the price of fame, some people are going to use your likeness, like for example comedy underwear that you get with like celebrities' faces on them, or indeed the notebooks that you can get in Urban Outfitters with Kim's crying face on them, which I'm not gonna lie to you, I wouldn't mind getting. Sometimes actors or public people give the impression that they don't necessarily mind these sort of things. I know, for example, Misha Collins has explicitly asked for people to send him fanfiction, giving the impression that he doesn't necessarily mind it. Rosie and Rose, who are some queer UK YouTubers, have read out some of their explicit fanfiction at various points with great amusement. And like me and my friend Ellie, if you saw our video, we read out fanfiction that someone had written about us, but that was something that like we had explicitly asked for. So in those times, you can kind of assume that this person is at the very least okay with it, and in that situation I'd say, okay, great, but again, have that same sort of level of respect. And all of this applies to the third category that I mentioned, which was making fan art, fan fiction about someone which is explicit in some way, most notably sexually explicit. If you keep all of this explicit or more adult content that you've made about these real life people just on the internet in close communities, then at the very least you're protecting these people from something that could potentially make them uncomfortable. But something I will say that we are seeing more and more often now is famous people suing people who are making pornographic deepfakes. So deepfakes, if you don't know, are basically AI edited footage where they take someone else's face and superimpose it onto a body, and you can't tell the difference between what the face used to look like and the new face that you've just added on. So people have been taking celebrities' faces and then adding it to, most notably, almost all the time, actresses in porn, therefore giving an impression that this is a video of this person having sex. You could argue that there is some difference in that maybe, because when it comes to porn, it's a business and it's a franchise and you're getting money off it, whereas 99% of the time you're not getting money off fan art or fan fiction. I think basically all of this needs to boil down to, if a person has said that they don't want you to use their likeness in something, whatever that may be, just don't. It's just consent, guys. Consent is key. And at the very least, if someone hasn't explicitly said, I don't want you to do these things, then please keep it to yourselves, keep it private, and just be respectful of people. Understand that the people that you're writing about are not actually these people. They essentially become someone's characters. So just remind yourselves of that, like, it's not the real person. Know that the person that you're writing about is not that real person, and that you can't have control over that real person like you can over that person's character that you've just created. Just have respect for people, have fun, ship ethically. Wow, look at this, wild times. That was my deep, emotional message. If you'd like me to talk about any other type of shipping, then please do let me know. For the moment, I will see you guys later. Bye!